do what they told you.
Well, yeah.
Now you do what they told you.
Well, I do. I trust the
Now
experts.
you do what they told you.
Well, I do. The science is
Do
compelling.
what they told you.
I do. I do what's being told to me.
Now you do what they told you.
They're telling me different things.
Now you do what they told you.
What do you want me to do?
Now you do what they told you.
I'm doing what they're telling me.
You do what they told you.
I'm just listening to the experts.
What they told you.
I'm a fact-based person.
What they told you.
I'm doing what I can.
Do what they told you.
It's burning. It's burning. Ah. That's what we call in the industry a cold open. If you're like me, you're just as whacked out in the head from this all. The novelty of it has faded. We forget where we are, what we're doing. And that's why it's really good to see you. Welcome to Current Mood. I am non-essential celebrity John Mayer. I am so lucky to have this show. It is so good to see you. I mean that. I'm so lucky to have this place where we get to hang out, and I'm going to try to make the most of it. A lot of times, I have to balance the show between the live show and the show people could watch back. And I think I want to spend a little more time on the be here now of it all and say hi to you guys and what's happening. Oh my goodness. To paraphrase the great Machine Gun Kelly, my beard is weird, but it's all I got anymore. Hello, Maryland. Hello, Chile. From Chile to Maryland. You always hear like there's certain cities that you would kind of use a binary of to show how large the world is. You would say from Paris to Sydney, but from Maryland to Chile. And by the way, it's pretty, you couldn't get farther away than that. It's a very effective way to talk about how big the world is. From Maryland to Chile, people are enjoying Current Mood. Colombia, represent. Brazil is here. Isn't this really great? I mean, we're all very well aware of the world and the vastness of it and the vastness of this crisis, and then to just all chill out with the, just, 18.3 thousand people from around the world just all kind of hanging out in my dorm room for a minute. It is good to see you. New York City, what is up? We send our love to New York City, as we always do, but a little extra this time out. Connecticut, what's up? My birthplace. Dude in, what's happening? Do I know schnitzel? Well, you've capitalized it. So I guess you're not talking about the much favored meat dish from Germany. Canada in the house. All right, well, I thought I would do something new to start out the show. Everyone is so sort of news driven. I thought I would also pivot to more of a news-like atmosphere on the show. So let's enjoy some breaking news for a moment. And look what I did here. Look what I did here. It's breaking news. I gotta do this if I'm doing breaking news. Let's start off with our top story tonight. The Centers for Disease Control has issued a new warning that today may actually be Saturday. Scientists are looking into the theory that we all became confused last Wednesday, which we mistook for being Thursday. I want to bring someone in now, if I can. I would like to, where is he now? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Here he is. I'd like to, Current Mood analyst, and he's coming, Current Mood analyst, BJ Novak, for more on this developing story. BJ, good evening. How are you? What are you hearing from the Centers for Disease Control? They're saying we're mixing up Wednesday with Thursday, and now it's actually Saturday?
John, it's gotten a lot further than that. I'm sorry to report that I'm suffering from this myself at this point. I'm actually broadcasting on a day that I'm not entirely certain about. The CDC believes that this began a little while ago. Several people a few weeks back reported a case of the Mondays on what now is believed to have been a Tuesday or even a Wednesday. Things spread from there. The curve was not flattened in this regard. Thursdays felt like Fridays. Some people reported Sundays that felt like Tuesdays. It's been all over the place.
When will we know whether yesterday, tomorrow, was actually Sunday?
We are hoping, if everything breaks right, John, we are hoping to know something. Ideally, in a perfect situation, it looks like 2 weeks from Friday.
And when will that be?
Oh, we have no idea when that would be.
All right. BJ Novak, thanks very much. Stay safe out there.
Thank you.
Thanks. Take care. BJ Novak, our man on the street. We will go to some other news stories now. That was highly successful, I have to say. In other news, I was delivered a dessert last week that required the return of a dessert stand. I now have a washed dessert stand on my kitchen counter, and it's ready to return to a kind neighbor whom I will text later for the very first time. Let me know when a good time to come by is. I'd like to get your dessert stand back to you. I now have a dessert stand. In other news, my dog Moose, here he is, it's my dog Moose. He and I are getting a little sick of each other like roommates do. Just yesterday afternoon, which was 2 weeks ago, by the way, to touch on our former story, he accused me of eating all the deer poop out of the refrigerator. He said, "Did you eat my deer poop?" I said, "Moose, I did not eat your deer poop." He said, "I was saving that deer poop." And I said, "I never touched your deer poop." Turned out he had hidden the deer poop behind my deer poop. And so it's been a little chippy around the house. But, you know, it's funny because he's apparently gotten so bored of licking his C and B's that he's taken to licking his arm. Do you know how much you have to lick your C and B's to decide it's time to spice stuff up by licking his arm? He's continually licking his arm. He's sending the signal that he's not happy. I think the deer poop incident really got inside of his head. So what I did was I took out my medical kit, which, by the way, way overqualified for helping this situation out. I mean, it did beautifully, but I noticed that I have all the things necessary for a sucking chest wound. I don't know how to apply a big bandage to a sucking chest wound, but I've got to imagine that a guy with a bandage meant for a sucking chest wound in a situation where one is needed is better than a man who knows how to apply one without one. Anyway, let's go to a look. This is what Moose looked like when it was all said and done. That bandage lasted him about 3 minutes, but I felt godlike that I had helped my dog. Well, I'm going to take him to the vet tomorrow where he's probably going to get the cone. Now, I have to, with a little bit of legalese here, we have to do a little inside baseball. I'm sorry to get esoteric here, but legally, we cannot use any pictures of dogs with cones without a legal waiver having been signed. So unfortunately, we had to blur the dog's face out. So unfortunately, we can't show you the dog. We weren't able to get the release signed in time. And then I realized that dogs with their face blurred out wearing cones is absolutely hilarious. So let's take a look at some more. This is a guy, look at this poor schmuck, just already ashamed. I couldn't put him on blast like that. And also his owner didn't get back to us in time. Let's look at dogs. This one, look at this guy right here. Look at this idiot. What did he do to himself? We, again, blurring the face so you don't know which dog it is. This guy right here, just astounding. Again, it's a shameful thing to wear a cone, and we are protecting the identity. This one, let's take a look at this next guy. Aww. That's me. That's how I feel most of the time. And then, that is interesting. This guy actually did sign a release. Look at this good boy with the bow tie. We can show his face. Always ending off with a happy ending. So that was the news. Hi, everybody. One more time for BJ Novak. That was awesome. What do you think out there is, I know my laugh is very bananas. What do you think is the least washed part of the human body? What part of your body do you believe has seen soap and scrubbing motion less than any other part of your body? I think I have the answer. I think the answer is the butt cheeks. Because if you think about it, you're washing, everything gets hit. As soon as you're going crack bound. You miss the cheeks. The elbows I get, shins I get, eyeballs. BJ, still doing intrepid journalist work. Ankles, I get the ankles. Back I get with the brush. But I really set this question to the public and then I really took it over as my answer. The back of the thigh. Back of the thigh, yes. But no one agrees that the actual butt cheeks are the least washed area. Bottom of your feet. Well, I think the bottom of the feet gets washed just secondarily from splish splash in there if you're dancing like I am in the shower. Mid back. There probably is a part. Toes. Knee pit. I get the knee pit. I'm good there. No one else thinks the butt cheek. Okay, move on. You scrub them cheeks. Okay. Agreed with the butt cheeks. The eyeballs, true. I realize now that for years I never went for the cheeks. I got hot to trot when I got around the cheeks, and I went, again, most washed in couples showers though. The cheeks actually are very, BJ, it's totally right. Getting butt cheek washing is for someone else to do. Oh yeah, I'm washing the butt cheeks. I only lately am I like, get the cheeks. I don't know why. Scrub them cheeks. Hashtag scrub them cheeks. I'd like to switch gears now to another bit, but this is actually a little bit meta, and I want to explain to you my thinking when it comes to writing this show. And I don't like to touch on too many specifics of current events, but we all have been watching the White House Coronavirus Task Force briefings, and a star has emerged in my mind, and she is Dr. Deborah Birx. A star in the way that her fits every day are absolutely on point, outrageously great fits, namely the scarf game. The scarf game is unbelievable. And I've wanted to mention the scarf game for the last 3 weeks, but I said to myself, John, this is a highly esteemed expert doctor. If you reduce her to the point of objectifying what she's wearing and not Dr. Anthony Fauci, then you've singled out a female doctor and you're pointing out something superficial. So I didn't do it. And then I was on the treadmill today, true story. I realized if I include Anthony Fauci in some mention of fashion, then there's some equitability there. So in order for me to pay compliments to Dr. Birx on her scarf game, I'm going to also have to pay compliments to Anthony Fauci. I'll be doing this via a song I wrote about his tie, which is fine. So to be equal, here's my song about Anthony Fauci.
His ties are fine, his ties are fine, his ties are fine, Fauci's ties are fine, his ties are fine.
Dr. Birx's scarf game is absolutely killing it. It's over dozens of briefings, and she's never repeated it once. And if she has, she's just flipped a part of the scarf I can't see. Hold on a second. I mean,
his tie is fine. He's the director of NIAID, also wears ties that are very nice and neatly done, and he looks good in front of everyone. His ties are fine. His ties are fine.
I just want to say this one more time about Dr. Birx's scarf. It is hard to commit to a look every day and not look like you're trying. And these are times that are not about looks, not about fashion, and she has somehow, so hold on a second.
Yeah, his ties, they're fine. His ties are fine. That's by design. His ties are fine, fine, fine.
So I just want to say, keep those looks coming, Dr. Birx. Keep the information flowing. I mean, no pun intended, the facts. Your scarf game is absolutely on fire. Facts.
But his tie is also fine. His tie is also fine. The both of them look good in what they wear. The both of them look good in what they wear. And they're both great doctors, and we know they care.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much. I'm glad I got that off of my chest. The scarf game is insane. Keep it real during these hard times.
Keep it real during these hard times. His tie is fine. His tie is fine. His tie is fine. Oh, no. His tie is fine. And I will do what you tell me. I'll do what you tell me. Damn right I will.
You do what they told you.
If it's Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx, I will.
Told you.
You're right.
You do what they told
Damn right I do what they tell me.
you. Do what they told you.
Correct.
Do what they told you.
Nothing to argue with there.
Do what they told you.
Correct. to be as weird as you want right now. You are allowed to be as weird as you want right now because things are strange. And if you don't meet strange with a kind of healthy strange, you will get run over by this thing. You must meet strange with your own personal brand of anti-strange, which is called stranger than strange, and you will get through. And by the way, kids out there, you're allowed to say one swear word. During the time I'm on, you're allowed to say one swear word. Just one. Because in times of crisis, you have to let things out. One swear word. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't listen to me. I'm a single guy, very single. Have attachment issues. I shouldn't be telling kids what to do. His tie is fine. Okay, so what else is going on out there? I want to know how everyone's doing. I hope that someone out there tonight goes home and goes, well, not that you're watching this from the bar, you're home. Some of you are sneaking out in the car because your spouse or loved one is not a Mare fan. And they say, not in this house. And you have to sneak out in the car. And your wife, your husband look out the window and you're doing, his tie is fine. And they're like, oh, maybe I'll give him a shot. My mustache game is insane. Now, I have to also tell you, I have no idea how to groom a mustache. So I don't know what I should be doing with it. It's all I have. Thank you. We need these on Spotify. His tie is fine. Okay, so let me get to, by the way, I need to turn these lights up. Hold on a second. It's a little bit. Oh, you know what I did wrong? I usually have the lights on. Hold on, this is great television. Hold on. I usually have the lights on. Yeah, yeah. Well, that felt weird to walk away from the screen. There's a rule. Oh God, my water spilled. There's a rule in show business: never turn your back to the audience, and never leave the stage during a performance while the audience is still there. Never go across Broadway and get yourself a sandwich while you're still supposed to be on. But we did it. That looks much better. Okay, his tie is fine. So let me get into what I was saying here. I didn't even drink it. Where's my guitar pick now? Oh, I dropped my guitar pick. Here it is. Okay. Let's catch back up here. Sometimes okay. How many stars is your island? We need answers. I gave up a little bit on Animal Crossing. I gave up a little bit. Gonna reharmonize ties. It's fine with 9s and 11s. Ooh, do it for me. Do it. So when this crisis first started and I locked in like everyone else did, I was like, where's the music in all this? And I couldn't find it. And I think I mentioned it to people that I just didn't know where the sound of music was located in all of this. And so that's when I started this show, and I talked because I could talk in ways that I couldn't find music to do. And we've settled in and found a certain reality in this. And just a few days ago, I found that I had nothing really left to say except I had music I wanted to play, which is great. And I feel like you guys are so good at humoring me when it comes to me doing this show and being stupid and silly, that I grabbed my guitar today. And I picked the guitar up a few times through all this. I didn't know where the music was. I'd play it and I'd go, this feels wrong. And then like a couple nights ago, I would play it and I went, and I could feel that. And that would have felt like, hey, why are you so festive right now? There's some shit going on in the world. And then I started to access that feeling of so many people helping and so many people offering assistance and aid and comfort to other people that all of a sudden, like, I could think about a doctor, a nurse, medical worker. It's going to be all right. Now, a lot of you guys see me guitar, you go, oh, that's right, he plays the guitar. I do play the guitar. And I've been able to find it with like great gratitude and like strength. And it's there again, you know?
whole world. But I'm playing from like the spirit of people really coming through. And so music's going to start flowing again. And I want to thank people for getting music flowing again. And I feel it in other artists as well. We've talked about it. And to celebrate that, you guys have been so cool listening to me talk. And sometimes I try to be sincere, but sometimes I end up being full of crap. Being full of crap is fun too sometimes. But I thought I would play some songs tonight. So I'm gonna try to remember the words. And I'm gonna play a couple songs that I think are kind of right for the moment. See if I remember any of the words. That was Waiting on the Day. I sure like songs about waiting, don't I? Sure like songs about waiting. Thanks, Bob Saget. There's one I want to end on, definitely. But does anybody need to hear something? Someone wrote, I need this, I deserve. Oh, you know what I'd like to sing? It's funny because people have told me they've started listening to this song a lot during these times. But I never expected this song to tell people to not worry in times like this. I don't think you can not worry. So listen to the song on a curve and your ability to do what it asks you to do, because it wasn't meant to ask you to do this. Close your eyes and clone yourself. Build your heart an army to defend your innocence while you do everything wrong. Don't be scared to walk alone. Don't you be scared to like it. There's no time that you must be home, so sleep where darkness falls. Alive in the age of worry, smile in the age of worry, sing out in the age of worry, and say, worry, why should I care? No, your fight is not with them. Yours is with your time, yeah. Dream your dreams, but don't pretend. Friends with what you are. Give your heart, then change your mind. You're allowed to do it, 'cause God knows it's been done to you, and somehow you got through it. We're alive in the age of worry, rage in the age of worry. Go wild in the age of worry. Say, worry, get out of here. Ooh, rage in the age of worry. Rage in the age of worry. Say, worry, get out of here. Do, 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 do. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Hi, everybody. It's really nice to sit and sing for you. It's really nice. Chicago Music Exchange is great. Great indoors. Alternate tuning, and I don't actually think I remember how it goes. But man, wouldn't that be the one? I don't remember. I have to. Emoji of a wave. A little for Andy. Okay. Playing all the hits tonight. Oh, honey, you don't have to try so hard to hurt me. Don't worry. I've been thinking about you too. What do we do? Your heart is where my head should be. The dissonance is killing me. Oh, it breaks my heart. Oh, it breaks my heart. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. It's just a way. It's just a way that I know. And when it comes, I just hold on. I just hold on and on and on. Little halvesy for my friend Andy, my dear friend Andy. It's funny, my friend Dean Del Rey mentioned a song I'd love to play, but I feel like I should hit you with one that everybody might know. But then again, you're on my Instagram page, so I believe this is the target audience. All right. Never know what to say while tuning. For those of you playing along at home, I'm in standard A440 tuning. Rita Wilson, what's up? You know, I'm just going to play what I want to play. And this one goes out to Dean Del Rey, who has sort of brought the conversation back about this record. It means a lot to me. And this is the one that I think about the most during these times. Hold on. This chord should never have been played on a guitar. Listen how weird that chord is. I'm going for it. So weird. You know what's weird, guitar players out there? You ever tune a note and you can hear the note change, but the thing is still like, nope, we're still at G. You're like, no, I heard you change. Okay. If I ever get around to living, I'm gonna put my things away in the drawers and in the closet. There I'll stay. Stay. Yeah. If I ever get around to living, gonna be just like I dreamed. I'm gonna take the love I'm giving, set it free. Free. If I ever get around to living, I take the end of every day, tie it up to every morning. I'm gonna sail away. I'm gonna set it free. Baby, it's all a dream. Having at 17, I don't have tattoos. And very soon, mother will be calling me, saying, come upstairs, you got some work to do. Jam along now if you'd like to. Oh, when you gonna rise up, boy? When you gonna rise up, boy? When you gonna rise up, boy? When you gonna rise? When you gonna rise? You are hiding in your mind, working all the time, trying to make it better than you got. You be wasting all your time looking for a sign. It's never gonna love the way you want. Boy, I think you better wise up, boy. I think you're gonna wise up, boy. Boy, I think you better wise up, boy.
better wiser, boy. Yeah, I think you better wiser, boy. If this don't make you wanna wiser, boy, I think we better wiser, boy. Ooh. I think I finally wised up. Thank you very much. I tell you, normally you lose numbers, you lose viewers when you're playing music, and people are watching. I didn't lose people when I was playing, so thank you very much for that. I got final thoughts, but I just want to leave it up to anyone else who might want to talk before we get where we're going for the. Thank you, Dean. Kat Dennings. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, the populist in me hates that I didn't play anything that. Is there any other song you want to hear? I mean, Stop This Train will probably lose my shit completely. Oh, I just want to be happy. Well, you know what I should send you off with? This is a song that means a lot to me, and it means a lot to everyone out there. I don't want to send you out with this one. It goes like this. Drone shot of my yacht, it's all I got. I'm all alone on the water. Drone shot of my yacht, it's all I got. I'm all alone on the water. Now let me flex these specs. Oh, it's Now let me flex these specs. 450 feet, 6 or 7 decks. You can try to stretch your neck. See all this stuff around me, but I don't give a heck. Cause I got a drone shot of my yacht. It's all I got. I'm all alone on the water. Drone shot of my yacht. It's all I got. I'm all alone on the water. Drone shot of my yacht. That's drone shot of my yacht. All right. I'm going to play one more song for you, and then I'm going to say goodnight right after that. I'd like to send you off with this song, which now sure holds on to a lot of more meaning than I didn't think it could. So, the world you want back is not even the world, anything like the world you're in to want the world back. Everything about this has changed the context and the contrast between now and then. It's nice to have a now similar enough to then to make thinking back on then feel cozy, because then feels enough like now to make your arms long enough to reach out to then and go, ooh, then meet now. But now is so different that it's hard to think about then and have then feel anything like now. And then becomes further away from our grasp. And that feels difficult. That's difficult for me, to not be able to even wax nostalgic in a way that is cooperative with joy. Because you have to know where you are to think back on where you were, to enjoy the buzz between those two things. But it's all so different that you can't even mourn, which, by the way, nostalgia is mourning. You can't even mourn the then because it's so out of context with the now. You wonder if there even ever was a then, and if there even is a now. By the way, we'll find out tomorrow whether today was Sunday. I'm very excited for that. So I want to send you off with this one. I'm probably going to screw it up. It's a whole different meaning behind wanting to stop this train now. No, I'm not colorblind. I know the world is black and white. Try to keep an open mind, but just can't sleep on this tonight. Stop this train. I wanna get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can't, but honestly, I want someone to stop this train. letting my parents go. One generation's length away from fighting life out on my own. Oh, now stop this train. Wanna get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can, but honestly, won't someone stop this train? So scared of getting older, I'm only good at being young. So I play the numbers game to find a way to say that life has just begun. Had a talk with my old man, he said help me understand. He said turn 68. You're renegotiate, don't stop this train. Don't follow many trains and planes running. Don't think I cut it out around the state. I tried my head and John honestly will never stop this train. Now once in a while, when it's good, it feels just like it should. And they're all still around. You're still safe and sound, and you don't miss a thing till you cry when you're driving away in the dark way. And you're singing, stop this train. Wanna get off and go back home. I can't take the speed all this is moving in. I know now I can, 'cause honestly I see I'm never gonna stop this train. I'm never gonna stop this train. Well, I'm sitting in a railway station, got a ticket for my destination. Thank you very much. It has brought me great pleasure to both goof off with you and sing from the heart for you. Both sides of my brain and heart have been tended to. I hope both sides of your brain and heart have been tended to. I want to tell you that I want to give anyone a poke out there who has the means to look around your town, your community, your neighborhood, and see where they may need help from the ground up. Food banks, food pantries, local food banks need a lot of help. It is so important to give from the top down, but it's also just as important to give from the ground up. And if you have the means to do so, look around, look up your local food bank, look it up online. They know how to be found, and they'd like to be found. And whenever possible, help out. Think locally, act locally sometimes, which doesn't really go well into Earth Day tomorrow. But I want to say thank you guys so much for giving my week context. I actually know it's Sunday because I have this show. And this show is a wonderful, wonderful little fence post for the week, for me. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you again next week. I will never stop doing these shows until this is over. I know this is important to you. It's important to me. And let's see how much longer this all can get. I love you very much. Have a great week. Hang in there. Please hang in there. Be good to yourself. If you are recovered and you have a dependency problem and you are recovered, stick with it. If you do the count and it seems like it's a good option to give in, you've done the count wrong. Count it up again. Count the pros and cons again, because I promise you, the
pros of staying put are absolutely many times, many orders of magnitude more than the pros of giving up. I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but sorry for everyone else listening, but there's probably like a small number of people out there, maybe a big number of people out there who want their mind read a little bit on that. You do the pros and cons. If it comes up like, yeah, okay, you've done the count wrong, do it again. Stick with it, please. You're gonna be really glad you did when this is over, I promise. That's what I'm doing. That's what everyone else should be doing. God bless you. I love you. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.
Now you do what they told you.
Damn right.
Now you do what they told you.
You know I will.
Now you do what they told you. You do what they told you.